Greg Bakun here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to the AndersonHouseHotel.com. Greg Bakun here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com. Are you one of thousands of individuals who know you have psychic abilities but don't know how to tap into your higher self? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who offers classes that can help you reach your goals. Refined Divine holds classes Monday and Thursday at her 2 locations and via Zoom. Classes consist of manifestation, learning psychic abilities, shadow work, and healing trauma. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
This is Psychic Medium Deb. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
With your AM 950 weather, I'm Patrick Lilia. Tonight, a chance of snow with a low of 14, then Wednesday, clearing with a high of 17. Maverick's Real Roast Beef has the best roast beef sandwiches in the Twin Cities, but don't miss out on the other great selections like chicken, brisket, Philly steak, and more. Maverick's is in Roseville on Lexington Avenue, 1 mile south of Highway 36. Visit mavericksbeef.com.
Portions of the following program may be pre-recorded.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM 950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story. This is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM 950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakun. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Just a couple things. First of all, Patrick has a really good way of putting me in a bad mood. I'm listening to the weather here, and he's talking about snow. So hopefully he is just wrong on every. I mean, I don't care if it's a little bit of snow. I don't want any of it. We've had like a couple over the past week. That's enough. That's enough till what? Till next December, I guess. Really, I mean, that's kind of the way I see it, at least. But I do have to tell you all, I had quite the exciting day, and I know you're all going to be very jealous about this, but we got a new door lock on our house today, and it's actually, you can unlock the door from your phone, which is science fiction to me. But what makes it even sadder is I was thinking, I stopped on the way home to get some groceries. And I just thought to myself, I can't wait to get home to try this new lockout. And I thought, gosh, this is my life. This is what is exciting now. You have that's pretty, it's sad, but it worked. First of all, the lock worked. It worked very well. And I shall be enjoying this lock for, the lifetime of its existence. And, also too, I just thought to myself, because yesterday I made some BLTs. I was really hungry for BLTs, and I went and I got a package of bacon. And I oven bake my bacon. I don't fry it. And I must not have had bacon for it. It felt like forever, because I'm like, okay, what I need to do after the bacon is cooked is I need to try one just to make sure that it's good before I put it onto any sandwiches. And so I put it on. I don't put it on. I put it in my mouth. I take a piece and I put it in my mouth, and it was like the best bacon I ever had. It's just like Hormel maple bacon. This package of bacon was supposed to last me the week, and I finished it last night. So, I mean, well, I had some for today. I made a sandwich today, but still, like I've never had it before in my life or something, and I just feel the need to share that with you all. Do you all do that when it's just like? I did this before too with Munster cheese. I got a thing of Munster cheese, and it's supposed to last me a little while. And I love Munster cheese, and like literally by day 2, it's like all the slices were gone. It's pretty embarrassing, really. Let's talk about something a little less embarrassing. Let's talk about paranormal investigating. I mean, I know that's what a lot of you tune in for, to talk about these wonderful moments of getting to a location and seeing who we could talk to and whatnot. And an ongoing investigation that we have talked about on the program before is one that takes place every month in the basement of Divine Lights in Anoka, Minnesota. You know, the headquarters, the land of Halloween. And we've been noticing a lot of, I don't know, evolution, I think, of this location. And so I wanted to bring on my good friend, Char Savoie, which you may have heard on such other radio programs as this one. And we're going to be talking about that, breaking that down a little bit, because I think one of the things about this investigation and the ongoing investigation is that there's a lot of room for people to take part in. And I think the people taking part makes a big difference also in what we get. Char, welcome to GhostBox Radio. It's good to have you with us tonight.
Hi, thanks for having me. I feel like that opening was like, tell me you're in your 50s without telling me you're in your 50s.
It's pretty much it. I mean, that's the thing. It's like it literally, well, and also, yeah, the lock as well, you know.
Right.
The lock is just like that. That's kind of embarrassing, quite frankly. But it is, you know, and if there are people who are under their 40s listening to this program, you're gonna get there. You're gonna be like, ooh, a washing machine, the brand new washing machine. I'm so excited. You know, I mean, but you know, it keeps us grounded. I mean, it keeps me off the streets. Well, I mean, the cold keeps me off the streets as well. Stacy in the comments real fast says, you go right ahead and enjoy that cheese and bacon, and don't let anyone take that away. That happiness. Oh yeah, you try to take that away from me. You just try. Let's see what happens. You know,
yeah, cheese and bacon is happiness.
Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, we're off topic already, and that's okay. But we were talking about, and we have a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of stuff to talk about here, actually.
I know.
We were talking about, though, these investigations over in Anoka. This is the second Thursday of every month that we have this planned. And can you give us a little? I mean, I know what it is. I take part in it, but what are these designed to do?
Well, so in the basement where Divine Lights is in Anoka, right on Main Street, it's quite active down there. I used to have my office down there, and we had several experiences happening. At one point, my office space actually flooded. I had to move to another section of the basement, and that was even more active than where I was in the first place. So there's always something been down there, but there's long history of Anoka being haunted. I mean, up and down Main Street, every store will talk about something happening within their shop. So we thought, you know, why don't we see who's down there, who wants to chat? Does somebody need help? What's going on? And figure out maybe we can dive back into the history of Anoka through the spirits that might still be lingering down there and what they've got to say. So it felt like the right thing to do.
It's such an interesting kind of research on paranormal, because you're forced down there to put your space in 2 different locations. I mean, quite frankly, if it was me, if I had to move once, I'd be like, well, I'm done with this profession. You have a lot of well-organized stuff. Let's just put it that way. And I just, oh my gosh. And you ended up having to move pretty much all that yourself. But the idea is, you know, they're reaching out to you and whatnot. And when we did our first one, what was that, back in July?
Yeah.
There was activity,
Yeah.
but there wasn't it was kind of like they're unsure of what was going on. And you jump ahead to November when we had our last one, and that you could just see a marked change in a progression with these investigations.
Yeah, I think they were kind of like, what are you doing here? Why are you down here? Who are all these people? It was kind of like that kind of feeling at first. And I got to admit, when I was down there, I didn't acknowledge them a whole lot because most of the time I was working. I was doing, in the middle of something, teaching a class or whatever. And I'm like, I don't have time right now. Or, it wasn't that I didn't want to talk to them. It was really inopportune times when they decided to make themselves known, which is pretty true to when it happens. But so, I think they just kind of started warming up to us, and we're like, oh, you actually want to talk to us? And as far as I know, nobody else has ever gone down there to do anything like this.
I think it's also interesting too that I think even though we have been investigating for quite a long time, every location is different. Every investigation is different.
Yeah.
So when we get down there, I think our approach to that area has evolved as well.
Totally. Yeah. I think we're starting to understand the space, the energy, the possible history, and then we're adapting to that, which then allows them to be more comfortable and adapt to us. So it's just like making new friends.
It really is. And what's great about this space, and I don't know how many have had the opportunity to be down there, and because I don't think that anymore, at least, people are allowed down there as much as they used to when there was actually businesses down there. But it's such a it's such a beautiful space, and it's a little bit, even though it's not Gothic, it feels Gothic down there a little bit with these wonderful brick arches and a lot of great brickwork. But then you take us back on the other side where one of your other offices used to be, and that's what I love about what we do. These spaces have very different energy and responses in each location.
They do. It's a totally different vibe. It's really interesting. And I don't know. I never know what to expect when I go down there, and not in a bad way. I just don't know what the energy is going to be. But I think the one space that you talked about with the arches, that always seems to have a certain vibe going on in there. It's kind of like it used to be Esteban's, if anybody's familiar with that, in Anoka. So it has kind of that whole more social, slightly party vibe where people want to interact and kind of thing. You can kind of feel it's a little bit more lively than, so to speak, in the yoga studio, which has been a yoga studio for a while. So it's like, it's calm and it's zen, and they're like, we're here to be peaceful. And it's like, no, come out and play.
Come on out. And I think we got there. Last couple times, I think we had we're getting there more and more. And we always tell people patience is key in investigating. And I do think that's very, very prominent. More so, I think, in the yoga studio than where Esteban's was.
Yep. I think that's the hardest part of, like, people don't realize, because you watch these shows and it's like, oh, in an hour, all these things happen. I'm like, you could sit in a dark room for 8 hours and have 2 minutes of things happen collectively. And it's like, that's just how it goes. And just because we go down there every month and because we've been doing the paranormal for so long, doesn't mean we have the magic button to turn it all on either. It's they do what they want to do.
It really is. And that's the thing that, and I've been we've had so many good groups that have come down and investigate. We've had, and like I said, this is every second Thursday of the month. So December 11th is our next one from 6 to 9 p.m. And each time we've had people who have never investigated before, along with people who are part of teams who are doing a lot of different locations and stuff. And what's great about it is that everybody has always just kind of come together and do what they want to do. They go, and there isn't any sort of like, and no one is like, well, I've done this longer, I should be asking questions. Everyone is so much, they're just out there having fun and enjoying what's coming through.
Yeah, it's surprising. It's a lot of fun, and you never really know. You could get the group down, they kind of all start off a little quiet, and then all of a sudden you're like, they're just like they're all in it. They're all asking questions. They're all wanting to know stuff, and just hearing them get excited about little things that are coming through. And then, I don't know. It's just a lot of fun. Like in the last one, we had loved ones come through, which is
Oh, yeah.
always phenomenal and great. And that is bound to happen. So, it ends up being a connection for somebody or a bunch of people to connect to somebody from the other side. They take that opportunity. So you just never know what's going to happen.
And not that this is something that you have to have in a paranormal investigation, but I feel like that it really sets the mood very well, is now that it gets darker earlier. And it's I do, and I don't hold anything to that. Paranormal activity can happen whenever it wants to happen, but
Right.
there is something about, the last time we took the elevator down to the floor we're investigating on, and the door opens and it's just pitch black.
Right.
Apart from whatever that was that scared all of you.
Well, I come off the elevator first, and I'm going to flip the light on. So I just have my phone flashlight, and I turn the flashlight on, and they just had the witch's ball. And I turn around, and there's a mannequin of a witch, and that's the only thing my flashlight hits. And it just that got me. It's like, whoa.
Shaved a couple years off your life.
I know. Dang it.
But and there is something about going down there, and the door opens up, and it's just blackness.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, okay, now what? I mean, even though we've been down there a million times, it's like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
See if my cat ball lights up this area or something. It's really fun, and it's, for me at least, this and a couple other investigations we have done lately has really inspired me to get excited about all this again. I'm not saying that I wasn't excited, but it's helped me kind of go back to remembering before radio shows and before events and before trying to be a part of conventions or whatever else. The reason why I took part in this was so I could talk to spirit, and that's what we've been, to me, that's been one of the greatest things about these Thursday investigations.
Yeah, you're right. We've had some pretty cool things happen lately, and it just really did for me to kind of bring that spark back. It's like, you get those connections, you get things that add up, you get things like you find evidence or resources that, back up what you're getting. It's just like, oh my gosh, somebody actually took the time to talk to me and interact with me. And it's just like, it's exciting to me. It's like, it's not so much that I'm collecting evidence and I get to show all these wonderful things. I'm like, I take it as an honor that somebody on the other side thought that I was worthy enough to have a conversation with and tell their story. And that, I don't know, how do you even like put that into value? You don't. I mean, that means everything.
I think also, just part of that too, for me, is that kind of forgetting, because when we do this so often and when we do it for like events and stuff, I feel like sometimes it's not that I'm going into autopilot, and I don't do that, but there is a thing of like, this is how we're supposed to investigate. This is how we're supposed to do things. And there are some pretty strong rules that we abide to. But their idea, and this was, goes back to the Swenson family farm, that we just sat one day, all of us sat getting ready for the second night of the investigation. And we're just like, we can do this different. And we're in control. And there is something about that I kind of had, sounds weird, but I kind of forgot over the years, in a sense, that it's like, we can have fun with this. We can, there's so many places we can go instead of just asking, sometimes it feels like you're asking the same questions over and over again, even though we tell in our class, always be creative, always, come up with the good things. But when you're doing it so often, sometimes you just end up going there. We came in, and, the last few times that we've done the Divine Lights, we've come in also with a plan that I really like, of how we're going to have the evening, like what we're going to do to help get everyone excited, both spirits and our guests.
Right. Well, I think that's the hard thing too. Like when we do events and like there's a group of people and stuff, there's a part of us that steps back slightly because we want them to have the experience. We want them to enjoy it. And it's kind of like we're more just sitting there holding space and, like making sure everything is going smoothly. And we end up taking that piece out, but we forget too that we're the ones that are leading it. So they're looking to us to have that inspiration, and we're kind of like holding two different things at the same time, and it's not coming out that way. So it has been then nice the last few times that we've done stuff to like step back and go, wait a minute, we need to come back in here and we need to be in the investigation, and we need to like bring our flair and what we do and our personalities and how we connect and bring this back in. And I think that's what we've been doing with the Anoka investigations.
Very much so. And, and the thing I was worried about going back to Swenson on the Saturday night, we had a couple teams with us, a couple, and that's always my thought is, excuse me, when you're doing this stuff with your peers, what are they going to think? Is this going to be worth their time and whatever else? And the feedback that we received immediately afterwards made me feel like we are on the right track for sure. Yeah. I think one thing that we do is we also make sure that, we can read a room to know if we step back a little bit or what, but we were on the right track, and we certainly have applied that to the other investigations we've been doing, especially at Divine Lights, which has been really a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I think that's the one thing that I take pride in what we do is we really tailor what we do to where we are. And if we know who the spirits are, it's kind of like when you have a group of friends and you have your work friends, you have your other friends, and you kind of, the vibe is always different. And so you kind of go into that group slightly different wherever you are because you're matching the vibe of where you're going. And so that's kind of where I think people get lost in paranormal investigating. They go in headstrong, this is what we do. And it's like, but where are you? And who is it that's here? And what's normal for them? And you're walking in their house or their territory. Be like them, connect with them, And so I think that's something that we really try to do. And I'm really proud of that. And I think it works. And, they seem to respond to us. And that's amazing.
It really is. I got to get a break in here. We'll take a break here. When we come back, we're going to talk about some events coming up, including tomorrow, Ghost Stories and Beyond. There's some other stuff coming up that's just as fun, all happening with the span of a week. Plus, if you have any questions, what we're doing, let us know in the comments. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakun here. 'Tis the season. Instead of cramming into the family car to hunt for holiday lights, let Minneapolis Trolley Tours do the driving. Join us for the enchanting Merry and Bright Christmas Light Tour, where we glide through a winter wonderland filled with twinkling lights, festive decor, and plenty of holiday cheer. This uplifting experience wraps you into the holiday magic from the comfort of a cozy, festively decorated, climate-controlled trolley. You'll enjoy dazzling light displays, scenic routes only our trolleys can access, and live narration, never pre-recorded, that brings the sights to life. There are multiple photo stops perfect for holiday cards and memory making with the family and friends. Before or after the tour, browse the holiday market inside the historic Pillsbury Club, featuring handcrafted gifts, artisan goods, and locally made treasures. The perfect place to find something special for everyone on your list. Tours depart from the Pillsbury Club. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets. Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
Greg Bakun here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com. Greg Bakun here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to theandersonhousehotel.com. Now, if you've been listening to us talk about these second Thursday of the month paranormal investigations in Anoka over at the Divine Lights, I have put the link in the comments so that if you would like to join us for this, you have to get tickets, but it's a 3-hour investigation. It's $59.99. Is that what it is? $59. Just $59. Wow, even better yet. And you can get tickets and join us for it. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff to talk about here because that's on December 11th. Coming up Saturday and Sunday, the 5th and 6th. What do we have going on, Char?
On the 6th and the 7th.
Oh my gosh, I got to make sure I get to the right date. I am so excited about the door lock. I don't even know what day it is right now. So
I know. It's like you have a lot going on. I'll give you grace.
I have a lot going on. That sums it up. That and bacon and all sorts of good things.
I know, it's the bacon.
Luckily, this isn't live. Well, I don't think so, at least. So the 6th and 7th, I'll make sure I show up on the right day. What's going on, Char?
The 6th and the 7th is the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair over at the Doubletree by Hilton in Minneapolis Airport Hotel. It's at 2020 American Boulevard. It runs both Saturday and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is partnered up with Maria Shaw, who is the world-renowned psychic, medium, astrologer to the stars. She writes for the National Enquirer and the Star Magazine. She will be there running her convention as well. So she has her 2026 predictions, which are phenomenal. You don't want to miss that. Her crossing over gallery, she gets messages for people from the other side and from your guides and intuitive information. There's 20 plus readers and healers that'll be there, psychic, mediums, tarot cards, oracle cards, aura photography, Reiki, emotion code, cranial sacral therapy, tuning forks, you name it. We have a little bit of everything. We have gift bags for the first 20 people, both on Saturday and on Sunday. And the meet and greet on Saturday at 9:30 a.m. is where you come and meet all of the practitioners and you put your name in for a drawing. You could win a free or very discounted service for the day while you're there. And then, of course, we have a new thing. We're doing Christmas bingo at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Maria's got some amazing prizes for bingo. So you have to earn your bingo cards, but you'll find out how to do that once you get to the fair. Admission to the fair is $5 for each day. And if you pre-book with one of the readers for 30 minutes, you can have free passes to get into all Maria's classes. So there is a Facebook event for that, and it has all of the practitioners listed and how to get a hold of one of them to pre-book your sessions. And I hope you all come out there because I am looking forward to it. And I have a crap ton of candy to give away.
Oh my gosh, candy.
I know.
I love it.
I know. Come
That's
for the
exciting.
candy.
Come for the candy. Well, and there's so many reasons to come, obviously.
I know.
But
and you will be there, and I'm so excited. Greg will be there.
I will.
Come out and see Greg.
Come out and see me. Come out to see me. Spend hours at my table, and just hang out. And it's always a lot of fun. Always good energy there. Especially, it's great too when you have good energy and you add to that festive energy. Yeah, it's just a lot of fun. I like that a lot, and I missed last December, so I'm happy to be able to take part this year with it as well. Now we also have something tomorrow night. We have Ghost Stories and Beyond returns to Billy's Bar and Grill in Anoka, 6:30 to 8:30, and $10 to get in. And tomorrow we are going to focus on spirit box recordings that I have recorded myself. There might be some stuff in there, EVPs and stuff that I did not record. When we play it, I'll make sure everyone knows it. But there's a lot of fun. I spent the evening actually, Char, going through folders of stuff that I haven't touched in years to get to find some stuff that we don't hear very often. They don't play very often, and I came across my very first Spirit Box response that I think I might play tomorrow night, and some other stuff. And I'm always excited for that. I love talking about the recordings and stuff. And it's, those Billy's nights, they're a lot of fun. A lot of great people come out. And once again, a really good, what was that?
What was that? I don't know. What was that?
Did
anybody else hear that?
No kidding. That, let's see, what's times 30, 39, 30. So that'd been about 30, 35. I don't know what that was. And I'm not gonna lie, that actually freaked me out a little bit because I have
like the chills. What was that?
It's like something, and it echoed, right?
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, did I just imagine this? And I'm seeing the look on your face. I'm like, no, I did not imagine that.
That was wicked. That was pretty cool.
It's like,
yeah.
Right?
Oh my God. Yes. I was like, what is happening?
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you. I literally have nothing more to say for the show tonight. You can't top that.
How cool is it? You're talking about EVPs and somebody gives you one.
Courtney says we did not hear it. I didn't, at least. Well, you're wrong. No, I'm just kidding. But, and one of the last times that you're on the show, we got an EVP as well.
You're welcome.
Yeah, well, I guess that's clearly the only explanation. I can't even tell you what it could possibly be, because there is absolutely nothing that at least on my end, that would generate that. Nothing new has turned on. Yeah, about EVPs, and that's.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing either. So
Courtney is like, well, I even have headphones on, and maybe it didn't come out there, but I mean, if you and I heard it, it's out there. The problem was, it's not really a problem. It's just I was talking over it.
But it was loud still,
and it was like under me.
Yeah.
Or with me. I don't know. Just want to make sure that hasn't moved.
Oh, well. Well, hello.
Yeah. It's like, can I help you?
I know, right? Wow, that was very cool. Well, anyway, so I guess maybe you can play that tomorrow as an EVP, just as a bonus.
It is kind of like maybe you can't guarantee, but maybe we might get that tomorrow. I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, that's kind of the whole goal here, is to kind of play some of these wonderful things. And I have to say, okay, so Beth says sounded like a gurgling noise to me. That's interesting. Huh. No,
that was bizarre. Well, so yes, tomorrow will be a great time. So right. Yes, so you have a lot of really fantastic EVPs, and I'm excited to hear them, especially if you have ones that we haven't heard for a while. So that'll be fun. And plus, we are probably going to do a mini Spirit Box session to see who wants to talk to us at the same time. Yeah. So that's going to be exciting. And then, come out for the food. Billy's has great food. There will be wait staff available, so you can sit down, and we're going to be in the basement, so you can come down there with us. There are chairs and tables. They will come down, serve you food and drinks, not included in admission price, but it is half price burger night, so come on out, get your grub on.
Yeah, no, it's always a lot of fun. Always a lot of fun. And it's starting to become a bit of a community. People are coming out there and they're happy to see each other, and it's a lot of fun out there. I'm very proud of what that's become.
We're going on like what, 3 years now?
Yeah.
3.5 years.
Yeah.
We've been doing it. So it is a lot of fun. It is exciting. It's great. Greg's amazing at what he does with the spirit box. So I really highly recommend coming out and checking this out and being a part of it. And we would just love to see you there.
We would. Absolutely, we would. And going back to November for our last Divine Lights investigation, the next one is coming up on Thursday, the 11th of December. And the thing about that too is, we're using, all sorts of, we don't always say that that we always use equipment for all our investigations, but we do tend to kind of try out different things at these investigations and to see, and we're going to be the first to tell you, don't always, don't always go with the equipment first. The best piece of equipment is yourself. But at the same time, we understand too, people want to see some of this stuff and see if it works and put it into use. And if you have equipment and you want to come out, bring the equipment. We'd be more than happy to use your equipment. And when I say that, I personally believe, Char, that when you have too much equipment out, it kind of confuses spirit a little bit. Like, well, what do you want me to talk? What do you want me to do? And so if the way I've been doing it is if like, I'll bring equipment. Absolutely. But if someone else is bringing a bunch of stuff, we'll just use theirs, have them set up their stuff. And from there, you'll be able to, have the opportunity, since you bought it, you brought it in, let's use yours. Let's put it to the use. And I promise I'll try not to kick it across the room.
It's kind of a tradition now.
Oh my gosh, it's just embarrassing. I love one of the back in, I think it was September or something when we did this, one of the months, David Leonard, who actually has been on the program before, his wife Alicia, they bring all the cool stuff, and I'm just going in the yoga room across the room to just make sure that something's off or on or whatever. And they have stuff set up all over the place. And one of their like little lanterns became like a football. And next thing you know, it's just across the room, because I kicked it and that thing just went airborne. And I just looked at them and I'm like, I think I just bought that from you. And they're like, no. And it worked fine. But still, I mean, it's, it's evolving. Like I said, therefore I'm watching to make sure that that I'm, in future, I'm not kicking other people's stuff around, quite frankly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's a thing.
So I tell myself it happens.
Right. Well, we had some really great activity the last time. We had some really good interaction. We had a lot of like valid things coming through. Like we said, we had some loved ones that came through, which was super cool.
Yep.
We had the REM pods responding to us, which was absolutely crazy cool. I mean, the REM pods, I don't know how long we've been doing this with REM pods, and I've never seen the REM pod do that like that with us.
And so basically what was happening is, first of all, they were responding to us on one of the REM pods very, very vocally. And then we had two set up, and this was in the Esteban area. Yeah. And we had one on one end, one on the other. And I went over to one and I said, can you do this? And I put my hand towards the antenna on the REM pod, and like one of the lights came on, and down on the other end, it copied it.
Exactly. To the exact light too.
To the exact light.
Yeah, I was really fascinated by that, because like I said, we don't usually get the REM pods to go off. So that was pretty cool. And when we also had the whole, the battery operated candles that everybody's using instead of flashlights, and somebody had put theirs down and had gone to the bathroom, and her candle came on all by itself.
It did. It was really cool. And also, and I don't know where this lands yet, but you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
My car horn started going off in the parking lot across the street.
Yeah.
Which was bizarre. It could have been set up by me. I did have the keys with me, but we're not 100% sure on that. But it was still very interesting, and I don't know. It's cool. Now, what I want to do is I want to get a break in here, but I want to talk about crossing over. Not me. But the session that we had.
You still have more to go.
Yeah, I still have another segment at least. So we're going to talk about that, everything else. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM 950. Greg Bakun here. 'Tis the season. Instead of cramming into the family car to hunt for holiday lights, let Minneapolis Trolley Tours do the driving. Join us for the enchanting Merry and Bright Christmas Light Tour, where we glide through a winter wonderland filled with twinkling lights, festive decor, and plenty of holiday cheer. This uplifting experience wraps you into the holiday magic from the comfort of a cozy, festively decorated, climate-controlled trolley. You'll enjoy dazzling light displays, scenic routes only our trolleys can access, and live narration, never pre-recorded, that brings the sights to life. There are multiple photo stops perfect for holiday cards and memory making with the family and friends. Before or after the tour, browse the holiday market inside the historic Pillsbury Club, featuring handcrafted gifts, artisan goods, and locally made treasures. The perfect place to find something special for everyone on your list. Tours depart from the Pillsbury Club. Visit MinneapolisTrolleyTours.com for tickets. Have you ever met someone who not only can help you on a deep spiritual level, but also potentially change your life? Refined Divine is an extremely gifted psychic medium who travels the nation and lives right here in the Midwest. And she offers mediumship, mentorship, house and business parties, energy healing, palm readings, and so much more. Refined Divine has helped thousands, and she can help you.
Hi, this is Psychic Medium Deb. I cannot wait to hear from you. You can go to refineddivinepsychic.com.
Greg Bakun here. I've told you about the out-of-the-world roast beef sandwiches at Maverick's Real Roast Beef, but I haven't told you about their Philly steak sandwiches, turkey bacon avocado sandwich, BLT, crispy chicken, fish sandwiches, brisket, or pulled pork. Okay, you get the idea. They make a lot of delicious food to the same standard as their famous roast beef sandwiches, and now I'm starving. I'm going to go to Maverick's Real Roast Beef off Lexington and Roseville, and you need to go too. Check out their menu at mavericksbeef.com. Greg Bakun here. It's nice to get out of the Twin Cities and take some travel excursion to some great locations. Minnesota has so much to offer, which is why I love traveling down to Wabasha and staying at the historic Anderson House Hotel. Opened in 1856, this beautiful hotel offers comfortable accommodations, has a delicious restaurant, and even a speakeasy in the basement to unwind with a drink. Located next to the Mississippi River and on Main Street, there is a lot of sightseeing and shopping to do too. To get more information, go to theandersonhousehotel.com. And join me tomorrow on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakun. We're going to see the return of Psychic Medium, Refined Divine, fresh from a cruise to Mexico. It's going to be one question readings. We haven't done that in about a month, so get your questions ready. And we're going to have Adam in tomorrow. He can take calls or however you want to ask the question. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be great to have Deb back on again. And that's going to be tomorrow night. Thursday, we are rerunning an episode from March that has author Robert Young on. He is local to the Twin Cities, and he does a program once a month on AM 950, Masters of Mystery. We had a great conversation with him back in March. We're going to rerun that Thursday, and then Friday, as usual, is Casual Friday. And then on the 6th and 7th, we have the Charvinity Fair. Not the 5th and 6th, like some people might try to tell you. It's the 6th and 7th. Let's get it right? Come on.
Yay.
Amateur AM. That's what this is. So, no, we got it all under control. Go to Charvinity on Facebook and look up in the events. It's there. Get all the information. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be talking about it more as we get through the week as well. We are talking about our investigation over at Divine Lights back in November. And this is, obviously we want more people to come out and experience this, but this is not why we're talking about it, because we really had some very unique things happen this last time. And it's worth, I don't know if you know this, but I do a paranormal radio show, and you think that that's kind of right new. I mean, some people may argue I don't, but the purpose here is, when we have cool things that happen to us, we want to talk about it because it falls obviously within those categories, and we want to share our experiences as well as hear other people's. This last one in November, like we're talking about, we had a lot of interesting things happen. A couple things that Char has alluded to was loved ones coming through Spirit Box and coming through other devices. We won't go too much deep into that because those become very personal sort of things, and no one's really asking for that. But that's one of the, always in my opinion, I don't know about you, Char, the hallmark of a paranormal investigation is family members coming out of nowhere when you least expect them to, and they're showing up in the investigations as well.
Yeah. You're just kind of like, oh, here you are.
Yeah. And Jeanette, of all people, she's here. She says, hi, Greg and Char. I heard from my sister who was at the November investigation. That was a great event. Hope to join you at an upcoming investigation. Jeanette also was with us for the Swenson Family Farm investigation, which once again, we've talked about that. Incredible. Since when are we talking about tracking the Wendigo? I swear it's do you see on the bottom here? I put up the wrong wrong thing. There we go. I swear that door lock has really messed with me. It's so amazing. I can't even begin to put it into words.
You have like flipped into a new dimension of bliss and bacon.
Who needs mortal locks when I can unlock things with my door now? That's just right. It. It's like a sonic screwdriver for Doctor Who. It's just clearly amazing. One of the things that happened, and this happens occasionally in investigations, is that we had somebody. How did that go, Chars? Did we get somewhere? Was it through one of the devices someone asked for help?
I think it's through the Spirit Box. Somebody asked for help when you were doing the Spirit Box towards the end of the evening. And so we asked a few questions. We didn't get like a lot of information, like who it was or anything like that. But you just made the decision. It said, I feel like there has to be a crossing over that happens. And there was a couple different voices coming through at that point. So
there was, and I don't recall someone straight out saying they needed help. It seemed like it was kind of dancing around it a little bit. But yeah, so it was decided and kind of as a group decision in a sense, because when we do a crossing over, for those who don't know what we mean by that, it's that the idea of a spirit that is still kind of on the earth as a spirit, more still on the human side, in the sense that they're going to have these they're going to care about stuff that's more of a human sort of thing, such as like you start messing around with there we go again. And I don't know what that could be. I do not know what that could be. Is that grandma talking? Because I'm talking. I don't know what that could possibly be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing hitting our microphones or anything because my mic's right here. So
and mine's right here.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, and that's at 4:15 or 48:15. It looks like something like that. So all right, finally we get people start hearing it. What was that? Good question. We'll investigate. We'll investigate the investigation. So there's a point that so Courtney is now saying I'm hearing it. I heard it again when she said, what was that? Then I don't know. This is a rip, Courtney. She goes, they sound bored. Yeah, well, you know what? You're still listening. So anyway, spirits could let me still, finish my story here. They are, to get to the next level, so to speak, they don't always know that they can cross for whatever reason. They don't know if, for whatever reason. And for people may not always understand that. They might look at things and they might be like, well, it's just so simple. Why don't they just do it? there's a multitude of reasons why can't everybody not ride a bike? It's stuff like that. It just don't know. So we come in to help with that situation. We help guide them to be able to cross over if they want to. They do not have to, but it sounded like they want to. Exactly. So there's a certain way the certain way that I do this, and have been successful with it. And as I said to the group, I said, I don't want your energy. I want your, I just want your, I don't even remember what I said. It's not intuition. It's, but I don't want your energy. That's the main part of it.
Right.
And, but I need their support. I need their, them to hold space basically, and create a guide for the spirits to cross through. The whole time we have the spirit box going. So we're keeping a dialogue going, and that's gone from like sometimes absolutely amazing to other times not getting a whole lot of information. And the information is important because we want to know. We can often feel it ourselves, but we also want to hear like confirmation what's happening here. And so when I'm doing the thing and I'm guiding them with, I'm creating in my mind where I want them to go, and creating a basically a doorway for them, so that, and a light that they can go to. And while we're doing that, I don't know if you felt it. I know Danae did. And there was just suddenly cold that came into the room.
Oh, it was so cold. I was like, could see my breath almost cold.
It got very cold, and so it just kept us going. But sometimes I'll be like, do you see it? Do you see the light? Do you see, all this stuff? And you'll get spirits that'll go, yes, I see it, or yes, or whatever. We weren't really getting any of that. And I was just kind of like, okay. And it felt to me like we crossed somebody. And sometimes I know that it could be a lot. Sometimes I just I can't tell. And I said, did you cross? And at that moment, through Spirit Box, you just hear this what I thought was a man saying, I did. And that was pretty clear.
It was very clear. And I think the thing that was really cool too is before, when we were asking questions, we got a couple different voices kind of chattering about, yes, I need help, or whatever, just saying things, and they weren't quiet, but you could hear them. And when the I did came through, it was very calm, and it was very crystal clear and louder than the other voices had been. Yeah.
It was a great end to the evening, honestly.
Yeah.
To a great evening.
I know.
And we don't always do that. We don't always do crossing overs and stuff. Just that just seemed like that was necessary.
Right. And the thing about it too is to point out too is just because I did that doesn't mean that there's nobody at that building anymore. Absolutely. We don't even know if that person had anything to even do with the building. They just knew that the opportunity was there, and they came in.
I think that's a really important part of it for people to, if they don't realize that, is when there's a group of us together, we're all like-minded. Everyone is gifted, and our energy is towards bringing forth spirits to talk to us. We become a great big beacon of energy, a beacon of light, and like moths to a flame that attracts a lot more people and spirits than we probably realize. And we've had situations where we've had spirits follow us to like the Grant House for the sole purpose of knowing that we cross over spirits,
right? And
they want to be crossed,
right? And they probably know that we're going to do a crossing over way before we even know we're going to do it, because they don't have time on the other side, so they already know what's going to happen. They're just waiting for us to catch up to them, And it doesn't matter. You can be anywhere you want to be. A spirit can be anywhere they want to be. Geography doesn't make a difference either. So,
no,
and I think that's the thing that people forget. So like if you come to an office and you get a reading and your grandma comes through, well, grandma never's been to my office before. How does she get to be there? So it makes no sense that I have to be in a location to connect with a specific entity or being in that location, and nothing else can exist there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I've also seen crossing over has gone bad as
Oh,
well.
yeah. Yeah.
And it's because it's not something that it just, I mean, there's all sorts of reasons for both sides. And
Mhm.
one of them, like why something like on that in November worked so well is because you have a room full of people who are playing, with, they understand what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
And it's good. And that's like explain bad. There was one at a hotel that is about an hour away from me, up north, that I used to investigate quite a bit at. And somebody who has claimed that they are a psychic medium, they needed to help cross over. And we were all downstairs, cross over this child. And it suddenly became very visual to a lot of us, the child being there and this person who is trying to cross over this child's spirit and try to reconnect with the mother. What we ended up seeing, and all of us saw this together as a shared experience, it was simply something else coming and taking the child spirit,
Oh.
not the mother, clearly. And it was just there's a whole lot of reasons why that didn't work, and there's more to talk about than that, but we are running out of time. Just know, though, real fast, tomorrow, Ghost Stories and Beyond. You got to make sure you check out that. Anoka starts at 6:30, $10 to get in. Saturday and Sunday, the 6th and 7th, Charvinity Fair. Go to Charvinity on Facebook, get more information. We really like to see you there. I'll talk more about that on Friday. And then a week from this Thursday, the 11th, our next Divine Lights investigation. And that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that, Char.
I am super excited about it too, and I cannot wait to see everybody at all of these events. And just really quickly, if you don't know what Divine Lights is, it's a metaphysical store, so come early and shop too.
Absolutely. We'll talk. Well, I'll bring that up too. That's a good point later. Everyone, have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Take care, everyone.